Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another review, and today I'm looking at something a little bit different, and this right here is Bandai's Neko Busou. And the first thing I'll mention right here is, to me this is quite nostalgic because whenever you go to a hobby shop in Japan, especially the major ones like Volks, Yellow Submarine, any other place like this, these are the kind of things you see on the counter. So before anything else, this is what reminds me of Japanese hobby shops. More than anime figures, Gunpla, other model kits or anything like that, it's always these sort of things. They seem to be pushed at the counters. So this to me is very Japanese and very Japanese hobby shop. Anyway, of course, as always, if you'd like some of your own, then check out that link down in the description and get yours at Hobbylink Japan. But anyway, on to the review. So let's take a look at each of these one at a time. And first up is this one here, which seems to be an orange tabby cat. And it says here, Necco Kuroda. And what this is essentially crawler, and that is the Japanese for what these are, caterpillar tracks. So first thing I have to mention here is it's kind of funny how they make it so non-violent by, instead of being a big turret or cannon, some kind of watering cannon. Flip that around to the back and you can see that you can build this in a multitude of ways. These right here are basically desk toys for fiddling with when you've nothing to do at work, which is pretty much 90% of the time in a Japanese office. So this can be made as either the crawler or a drone. And this here is C, so I'm doing these in a very odd order. And if you mix this with D, which is a similar cat just in black, then you can make a different multitude of things. But anyway, let's bust this thing open and see what actually comes in these boxes. So in here we get 2 bags of things. You can see the cat right there. The instructions are actually on the inside of the box, so you're going to have to disassemble the whole thing to see those. It all seems to be perforated, so that's simple enough. So those are the instructions in there. It is pretty simple. Again, it is just 2 runners and the cat box. So as well as the drone and the crawler, the thing itself can just be made into a little tank. A tank mecha, as it says there. Let's put it together. And there we go, that's all those parts put together. Besides that, then we've got that little cat box, the bottom of the cat box, and the little cat itself. Well, oh, that's pretty funny. They actually put the feet down there in the bottom. That's some serious attention to detail. Pretty nice. Anyway, the cat goes in here. The bottom attaches on. Tracks, and then the cannon attaches on up on top. Just like that. So there we go. That's what it looks like finished, and it's pretty simple enough. As for articulation and all that stuff, these things move on the little joint they're attached in there with. They just rotate. This up here can rotate as well, and this just moves around. But I guess it's just a kind of a novelty desk item. You can get bored, take it apart, put it together a different way. For example, for the drone, everything just pops off, and then just all reconnects in a slightly different way. And there we go. There is the cat drone. So, like I mentioned earlier on, and like the box says right here, if you do get more of them, you can put them together in a multitude of different ways. Let's move on to the next. So next up then is D. This is the one that is pretty similar to the one we've seen over there already. So let's bust it open and see what he's like. So instead of wasting your time building it again, this is what it looks like finished. And this one right here, first off, as you can see, the cat is exactly the same as the other one, just in a black recolor. And this time around, this is referred to as the Necco Beast. So as you can see, it's got 4 legs, some kind of grabby mouth thing up here, and once again, it is pretty much identical besides the parts that are included to the last one. So as well as the Beast, this can also be assembled as the Jet Mecha, which is just what all the parts look like separate to the cat box there. And around here, it says we can also make it into the Necco Shield. So let's make it into the Necco Shield. So there we go, that right there is the Necco Shield, and honestly I do feel it's a bit of an excuse just to have a second form, but anyway, put them back there and on to the next one. So in order to keep this order as random as possible, let's go with B, which is this pure white cat, and this time we've got a helicopter, which literally is just cat helicopter. A bit of a play on the kana that are in that, but anyway, this can be made as a helicopter or as a massager? Cat massage. Anyway, let's check out this one. So this time around, the cat in here is in a completely different pose. It's in a sitting pose, and of course, all of these can be taken out of those to be on their own. Again, they've put the detail into the paws down there, the Nikku. But anyway, back into that box. But anyway, that right there is the cat helicopter. This thing can't... No, it can't. Well, yes, it can spin around on that point there. Once again, all the articulation is just where the joints are, so they tend to be just different rotations as well as parts that can move out. They don't really do a whole lot, but of course they're just there for making the different assemblies possible and just for fiddling around with when you're bored. Anyway, so let's change it into the cat massager. So again, this is one of those other kind of odd forms that's just kind of there for the sake of saying it has a second form. But again, pretty funny. And to the back with you. So finally then is the last box, which is another sitting cat, which is a recolor of the white one. This time it's a Necco cameraman. Now they're just grasping at straws. So as well as the cameraman, we can also make the launcher mecha, as well as the Necco launcher. So there is that cat cameraman, and I guess this is supposed to be the camera, and this is supposed to be the flash. So as opposed to the other ones back there that had the kind of weaponized version first and the joke version second, this starts with the joke version. But anyway, let's check out the launcher mode. So there we go, there's the Necco launcher. I'm guessing this is the launcher. However, this, I'm not sure what that's meant to be. But anyway, to the back with you. So the last box we have in here then is this one. This is Neko Busou Tenkomori. And honestly, I didn't know what Tenkomori was at first. I know mori is like serving size. But as with the Tenkomori, I had to Google that. And what I found out it means is ten as in heaven. Tenkomori. So literally it means when something is served so high, it's as high as the heavens. Like just a really wacky Japanese serving style. And that's because this right here comes with everything that you saw already, all in one box, in green. And as you can see there, it's the launcher, the tank, the helicopter, and the jet mecha. But as well as those, we've also got these missile pods as well. So let's take a look at this. So once again in here we have the tank, the shield which is a jet, the massager in helicopter mode, the launcher, those two missile pods, the cat box, and the cat. This time it's a tuxedo cat, and he's standing up. We've seen what all of these look like already, so let's just go for the full Busou mode, which is the full armament mode. And this one actually comes with dedicated instructions, so you don't have to decimate the box to do it. And finally, there is the full Busou. So that's with everything that comes in the box attached. So if you did get all four of those, you can make something similar. But if you're anything like me, the first thing running through your head is there any way to take all five of these and build them together into some kind of Voltron-esque bipedal robot? Let's find out. Okay, so now that I have them all disassembled, I feel like these two guys naturally form the feet, these guys the shoulders, and that guy the head. We've got a bunch of these parts here which probably will make some kind of limbs and an inner frame, and this here as a waist or something. Let's try it out. So there we go, finally, super awesome Mega Cat Mecha Bot. Basically, I just kind of built an inner frame first and stuck the armor on all around it, and it just kind of seemed to work out. So once again, these are awesome little desk toys. If you're bored at work, school, anywhere like that, then this is something you can constantly play around with. As always, if you want one of your own, you can check out that link down there in the description. Make sure to come back for more reviews, and I'll see you next time.